Okay. All right. I'm not going to fuck up this recording this time. I'm not going to fumble on what I want to say. I have tried 20 times to make this podcast, and every time I fucking have to stop it, the podcast is just going to keep getting shorter and shorter, and that makes me very upset. But with that being said, welcome back to my NoFilter Podcast, everybody. I hope you guys are enjoying your Monday evening, or at least by the time you guys are listening to this, it's your Monday. For me, it is not. Before I jump into my podcast and all the stupid fucking topics I have today, I just want to say a quick thank you. I want to say thank you for the fucking amount of support that I've gotten over the past 5.5 months when I was gone. I left mid-September thinking that, like, oh, fuck me, dude. I started something that I can't continue right now, and I felt like a total piece of shit and worried that I was going to lose my little bit of ground that I had. Although this is not a big podcast, and I don't intend it to be because I'm not doing it for money. I'm just doing it to learn how to entertain and all that good stuff. I was just worried I was going to lose a little bit of support that I was getting. But come to my surprise, though, when I would get my cell phone on Sundays, that was not the case. In fact, I was averaging about 20 views a week, which is massive for me not uploading, and a lot of watch time. And again, that's also really big. Well, and the feedback I got was also pretty nice. And then obviously I got some fucking mean comments where it's like, you're a racist faggot, kill yourself. You're going to say some things that people aren't going to like, but that's the shit that really pokes out at you and makes you really want to keep doing it. I like the negative comments because it's like, noted, say stuff like this because this will get me on CNN by tomorrow. But no, seriously though, thank you to anybody who fucking was watching this / listening. I know it's probably just background noise for you, but at the end of the day, it helps me. It shows me I'm probably doing something right, and the feedback I got, I loved. The negatives and the positives, because you don't want to just be a fucking one-sided die, then you're not learning or progressing more after that. And I know you guys got a little bit of a taste with me coming back for the Christmas special. The feedback, I will address this right now. That one was not my favorite. I think there was too many people in a room for that. It was me, John, Jonah, Braden, Devin. That's like 5 or 6 people. And that one was not my favorite. But the positive feedback I got on that one was also really good. I hide those comments, though, because I don't want people to trail onto those comments. But yeah, just a massive thank you, seriously, for the support that I have gotten over the fucking past 5.5 months. I'm now back, hopefully full-time. I don't see anything stopping me till maybe late November. But I will discuss all that good shit when he comes up, because why talk about something to you guys if you have no idea what's going on behind the microphone, right? Obviously, my friends know what's going on, and I think I'm going to end up signing my podcast over to Devin, and let him just kind of control it for me while I'm gone. That's worst case scenario, but we'll discuss that as we get closer. Other than that, though, welcome back to my NoFilter Podcast. I won't lie, it's been a hard 5.5 months, and my jokes may not be as fucked up for a little bit. I've been humbled. I've been humbled. That's for fucking sure. I want to say about the first 2 months I was gone is when I got humbled really fucking quick. And, yeah. And I keep these 2 career paths completely separate. I don't want them to think that this is what represents that kind of career. But that's all I'm going to say to that. But while I was gone, I can't believe I found this out. Toby Keith passed away. My heart was broken. I didn't know the guy personally, but I did see him in concert. I was in the pit. I got a little bit of a spit on my eyeball, and I swear I had pink eye the next day, but maybe that's just me. He recently passed away, and it kind of really broke my heart because I really did want to see him again in concert. I was fortunate enough to be one of his last final shows. I think I was the second to last show before he told the world that he had stomach cancer. If I'm going to be completely honest with you, we saw him before his show way back in 20, whatever the fuck. I'll find the dates and I'll put it in the description. And he just looked nervous as fuck and then just started slamming beers. My theory is that this dude had stage anxiety And the only way he was able to cope with it was through alcohol. And then over time, he just naturally became an alcoholic because he was drinking so much. So it's no longer about if he was on stage or off stage. He was just drinking to fucking drink because that's what alcoholics do. And that really just breaks my heart because it was with him and Craig Morgan. And you can kind of just see just on his face when he was doing it that he didn't feel good or look good. Me and John both said something like, damn, he looks like shit today. And then fucking 3 weeks later, he came out saying he had stomach cancer. So I'm happy he's resting easy. Probably singing Red Solo Cup to God or something. Yeah, I really didn't get behind that song. Like Red Solo Cup, you're so durable. I never got into that song. It's a good song, but he just has so many other good ones, and it's people always jump to that one. I don't. Fuck that. Such a trashy white guy song, I guess. I know what country is, and they slap that bad boy on because everybody just goes, oh, I know who that is. I think it's one of my biggest pet peeves when I go to concerts. I saw Craig Morgan. I've seen Adam Calhoun, Brantley Gilbert, Nickelback, and a few other artists. But those are the main ones that stick out because people will be like, oh, I'm going to go see Nickelback. It's okay, cool. What's your favorite song? Photograph or Rockstar? Okay, what's another song that no one really would say? When people, Craig Morgan did 7 songs, and the only song people literally lost their shit over was International Harvester. And I'm like, there's more than just this fucking song and the album. Why pay $700 if you only know what one song is? Right? And I get it. Some people literally just go to concerts just to live the experience, not for the music. But wouldn't you like to know who you're listening to? The music that they're going to write? What if it's going to be a shitty concert because you don't like their real music? I don't know. Craig Morgan, I think, is a most definitely hit or miss artist. I love them, personally. But there was... I guess it makes sense, though, because there's a lot of people on their phones when he was doing his stuff. And Craig Morgan is, I believe... Oh, God, I want to say he's a first sergeant in the Army. So I think that was most definitely a good concert. Very patriotic. Toby Keith and him together are an amazing duo. But, God damn, dude. Well, I'm not going to ramble on about Toby Keith this entire time. So I'm going to probably just slowly shift away from that. You guys are probably already skipping past this part, I'm assuming. Only because country, I guess, nowadays is a huge hit or miss. If it's not that trashy shit like Kane Brown, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really count Kane Brown as country. I think he's more of a country pop, most definitely, but I don't know, man. Went to working in the fields to singing about him, I guess. I don't know. See, that was fucked up. No, but the weather here in fucking Illinois has been crazy lately. It was 51 degrees today. I thought I was gonna freeze my nipples off when I walked outside, but I didn't. I went to Missouri for the first and hopefully the last fucking time. Let me tell you something. If I have to go back to Missouri, never again. Never again. Catch me out there wearing clothing that you have to use for deep freezers and shit. I never truly understood how good of a bonus that was to work in a freezer and then wear those freezer clothing outside of that workplace, right? I don't know. I can't stand the cold personally. It's one of those things now where it's I got so used to forging at 1,000 degrees that I just don't want to do it no more. I really debated moving to Arizona. But what's in Arizona really? Really not shit when you think about it. Right? You got mountains, bugs, dust storms. Yeah, we got bugs down in Illinois. But, looking for my topics. Itchy nose. Ugh. Damn. Itchy nose. But I don't know. I think it would be fucking beneficial to move out to a warmer state. And I wanted to retire in Minnesota. So, I'm kind of shocked that I'm feeling this way now. And I'm almost 22, so I think it's crazy. Oh, I don't know if I didn't get a chance to watch it, but I was keeping up with the stats. Fucking Chiefs won another Super Bowl. They're saying, get close. They're saying Patrick Mahomes is going to be the next Tom Brady. I call fucking bullshit. Because first off, in order to be as good as Tom Brady, you have to kiss him as good as he's done with his kids, right? Like, you see that motherfucker kiss his kids, it's lip to lip, tongue to tongue. Like, he's going full in like he does in his games. He don't fuck around. No, I think that's crazy as fuck, though. Someone called it way back in the beginning. I really thought the Ravens and the Browns were going to play against each other back when they were still all obviously in the running. I say that because the Ravens played so fucking well throughout the entire season. I think the most they lost by was like by 3 points from the Ravens. Obviously, with that being said, I think Ravens will most likely go next year to the Super Bowl. I don't see why they wouldn't. That's a powerhouse of a team unless they start making fucking trades to save money like the Green Bay Packers franchise does. But Green Bay also did really well this year. I was genuinely shocked as a Green Bay fan. I knew Jordan Love was going to be a good quarterback, but I did not think that he was going to come out of the gate as strong as he did, because when he used to be backup quarterback when Aaron Rodgers was still for the Packers, I was like, oh, God, dude, like, I get this is going to take time. Like, he's going to have to get synced up with his team. I just didn't think it was going to happen that fast. Yes, it was a shaky start to the season for the Green Bay Packers. I got to say, Jordan Love completely blew my socks off with how well he played. For him to make it to the wild card, and yeah, like, I get it. He didn't make it any further than that. But to even make it that far for your first year, that's amazing. I was surprised no one really talked about that much. Everybody's so busy being on Patrick Mahomes' fucking dick, dude. Patrick fucking Mahomes does something like this, and everybody's riding him like he's a fucking roller coaster. But Tom Brady was doing it, and suddenly he's fucking cheating. The ball's deflated. Now, obviously, there's theories, and some of them can or are true. I don't know. I don't really keep up with that kind of shit. But, I mean, you're going to hate on a dude who has, like, 7 Super Bowl rings? I want Tom Brady to come back, dude. Tom Brady's literally the GOAT. And although I was only a Patriots fan because everybody hated the Patriots. I was only a Browns fan because people hated the Browns. And, of course, I was a Green Bay Packers fan because I just liked Green Bay. I like the team as a whole in the franchise. And also, I'm from Chicago, so why on earth would I like the Chicago Bears? Like, no offense. I switched at a good time. I switched when Aaron Rodgers was still fresh and the Green Bay Packers weren't good. And I stuck through it. When I was a kid and my mom was around, Jay Cutler was still quarterback, I believe. And I remember they were pretty hot back then, but not anymore. I'm glad I jumped off the Chicago's fucking train, dude. Anything in Chicago is fucking just... don't even get me started. I love this state, don't get me wrong, but I already pay the taxes. I don't have to be a fucking Bears fan. Obviously, if they go to a Super Bowl versus, like, the Raiders, I don't think that's even possible, but if they go to a Super Bowl with the Raiders, I'm most definitely supporting the Bears on this one. I'll buy a ticket just not to go, just so the Bears can win, right? But, yeah, I'm super excited for next year. The script has it that the Ravens and the Packers will be playing with each other next year. So, for the Super Bowl. I'm curious to see if that will hold up to its ends. And if it does, I will literally shit my pants on this podcast. Yeah, dude, that's just fucking crazy to me. The Ravens should have taken it. I'm reading what's my next topic right now. Oh, I was just looking at... I just breathed in the mic. I'm so sorry for all the people who basically just... I don't know. Luckily, you can't smell my breath right now, right? I can't speak. And I'm not restarting this podcast either, 14 minutes in. There's a new fucking... new Godzilla coming out. Godzilla and Kong. And it's instead of them fighting each other, if you've seen the trailer, they like discover this whole underworld bullshit, dude. It actually looks really good. I'm excited to see where this franchise is going because, in my opinion, Godzilla and King Kong, like both the franchises, I think really progressed in their films. And then with the crossover was 100 times better. And I'm really curious to see on how they continue this because I think this is one of the franchises that I can say confidently that has not blown like what the fuck they've done. in the sense of there's like Marvel, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you. Marvel's the biggest fucking piece of shit franchise I've ever fucking seen in my life. And it's not because my favorite actors are retiring, right? Like Thor, fucking Robert Downey, you know, all them, right? They're all getting ready to retire and new ones are coming in. But the franchise became so fucking money hungry by, oh, you got to go watch this on Disney Plus, and you got to go watch this on Hulu and that on Netflix just to understand what the fuck's going on in the storyline. I don't do that. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, if I'm missing a little bit of information, I just go on YouTube. I give someone the watch time and the like, just for them to break down in a 10-minute video on, like, what's going on. But this is one of the franchises I could say happily that has not gone on side quests. They have not branched off into weird different movie themes like Star Wars. And I don't know, I'm really excited to see what they do with King Kong and Godzilla, man. Like, when they had the movie, that last movie where King Kong versus Godzilla, it was really good. And I would watch that movie again. That's how good that movie was. And I hate to like shit on franchises because I don't know the movie making aspect, but I can tell you from someone who like writes down material, and like I'm personally working on my own stand-up right now, like not currently, but here and there I'll work on a little bit of my stand-up, which I'm writing it down. And there is a lot of lines that are crossed out because it's like, from someone who like, I look at it as an outsider, and this is what people who make films should do, which is, are they going to laugh at this? Is this just useless detail that's not going to fucking matter? And movies do that all the time. I think nowadays movies are just literally random fucking bullshit, and then there's a little bit of that storyline in there. You know, like Transformers, dude. Oh my god. I love the action. I love the fucking CGI, all that good shit. I love it all. Don't get me wrong. But I was just thinking the other day, I'm like, how many Transformers have they introduced and we've never seen again? Not in any different format or like format. I'm trying to think of something else, but I can't. How many times have they introduced a character and it's just fucking, it's gone? Like, you see them for the whole 2.5 hours, you go, man, that's a really good character. I hope they keep it. And next thing you know, they're going back in time to where it all started with Rise of the Beast. It's like, am I ever going to see the original Dinobots that were in Transformers 5, Age of Extinction? Or is that literally just going to be fucking gone forever? I don't know. And they've also picked up a lot of new designs for Transformers. And for any franchise, they'll pick up new designs as they evolve. And it just makes no sense. It goes from like a modern day fucking like character to this advanced character to back in the day character. Like, I don't know how that fucking makes sense, but it does, I guess, to people. And I think, to be honest, movies now are not about entertainment. It's about who the fuck is dumb enough to go out and watch this, right? I can't, like, the Expendables, that was a good franchise. I didn't watch the one that came out in September because I was gone. But I don't know, man. Like, I hate bitching about it because, again, I don't make films. I don't know the stress that goes into it. But if you're going to make films, then make them worthwhile. Am I still going to go watch all the Marvel movies? Fuck yeah. Am I going to go watch... I don't watch DC. Nah, I don't fuck with DC that much, to be honest. Like that, and that's the only really thing I can think of too now. I mean, damn, I just feel like I rambled on too long about movies, and now I'm drawing a blank. I think Shrek's coming out with a new movie. I'm excited to see that. Toy Story, those ones are good. But I feel like Toy Story should have stopped when Andy gave him up. You know, like, I understand like what they were trying to do, and they were trying to show like life after Andy, and that's okay. But I don't think that should have been like a one and done deal. They should have never came back. I love the little sideshows they have for those as well. But there's like all leading up through Andy's like growth, and then maybe an after Andy review, you know? I don't know. Maybe I'm a piece of shit. I don't know, man. Franchise, it's all about money now. Like, that's all it seems like. And people still go out and watch these movies. And I don't know if you guys, well, not anymore, but I don't know if you guys have been keeping up, but the PS5 is like pretty much done, right? Like, they think they're going to close up the PS5 early and such that, sorry, that's like my mouth. the PS5, I guess, had like really shitty sales for the past 4 years, and so did Xbox. And people are like, oh, they're getting ready to make like a PS6 and fucking Xbox Ultra 53, 10,000 bullshit. And that's not the case at all. I don't think they understand that people don't have the money to fork up $1,000 for a gaming system that you don't even have time to play anymore. I know people who are working 55 hours a week, and on top of that, they're trying to fit their family, their animals, their kids, their loved, like just period, their loved ones, and then they get like 2 hours a week to play on their PS5 or their Xbox or their PC. It's not because these people don't want your system and they want something to come out sooner. It's because people just don't have time to play them anymore. I think they are trying to officially make the retirement age 70 years old. That's absurd to me. I think I've bitched about this in my podcast beforehand, but how is it fair that people get I'm not saying anybody should be forced to work till 70. I think 50 should just be the cutoff. Like, hey, you start getting Social Security at 50, you could still go to work, but you won't collect as much Social Security, but it'll be a nice little bonus. Like, thanks for busting your ass for the past fucking 32 years. You could still go to work, but you get more benefits and stuff, you know? But no, they want to raise that shit to 70, and it's like, they're saying that there won't be any Social Security. Then it's like, why am I paying for it? Like, what the fuck? I'm uneducated, clearly. Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, okay? I won't lie. I'm just shooting shit out of my ass. But maybe, hey, you're not getting Social Security, so you're not going to be paying for it anymore at full price, you know? Because it comes from our tax dollars. So, yeah, thank you for choosing Earth to live on. Not like you get a choice. And we'll see you at your coffin, you know? Like, I don't know. That stuff never made sense to me. I know people who genuinely don't want to retire, but I know a lot of people who want to retire, and now it's not going to happen because COVID fucked them, and then on top of that, the price of living is too crazy, man. I'm worried that my rent's going to go up this year. And one person, by the way, I want to point out, caught that I lied in one of my podcasts. I said I left my apartment and I put all my stuff in storage. Now, I just told you guys that so you all stay the fuck off my my shit while I was gone. But now I had people here, so it didn't matter. Keep you off their ass is why I'm here. Damn, I feel like I just ranted and bitched for the past, I don't know how long I've been doing this podcast. Well, I don't know, man. I'm a little just worked up with a lot of how things are going. And obviously I haven't had a lot of time to build up about it. It's mostly the films, though, that got me a little angry. Hang on. Damn. Keep getting shit inside my mouth and nose. It's mucus, but still. You know what show I recently got back into? Everybody Hates Chris and The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I've been watching quite a bit of that lately. I went on a little bit of a George Lopez spree before I left. And I forgot how Everybody Hates Chris. Ooh. I can't tell you if that show aged good or bad. There's some things in there. It's like, wow, you know, like, holy shit. Oh, hang on, everybody. I got a phone call. Phone was vibrating a little bit. One of my friends, she interrupted my podcast, and I said I'll edit it out. You guys, I normally don't edit it out. I love this podcast raw as fuck. Like, it is as raw as I can get it. Like slapping your wiener on a countertop raw. But I did edit out one part of this podcast, and it was just me replying back to a message. What's it called? Oh, I had other news for you guys. I'm trying to help fucking Braden find a job. So if anybody out there is hiring, let me know. Just DM me. Like, I was like, hey, I got a job idea for you. And I can't offer him a position for my podcasting because I already promised that to Devin if shit worked out. I'm trying to convince Devin to meal prep for me. At least my lunches or my dinners. Like, one or the other. You know, help me out. Give me, like, a little bit of a leeway. I feel like I spent a lot of time working at the gym and eating and not enough time with my girlfriend. Right? Like, I think I could not tell you how like disgusting this sounds to say, but I was eating like 6 or 7 meals a day before I left for my schooling. For my schooling. And the amount of food, the money I put in food and stuff, and the time I put in the gym, I just don't think I was giving my girlfriend truly enough time. And that, you live and you learn, right? And I think like that is why, what I mean, I got humbled, most definitely, because I was gone and I was like, damn, like I was spending so much time just chasing after shit that at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Like, of course, chase good health, chase your career goals, do all that good stuff, but I was also trying to chase something for marriage, and I feel like we'd be more ready for it if I gave better times. But then again, I'm also better than I was when I first met her, because when I first met her and I was going over to her house just to hang out because we were just friends, I would sit down on our couch and fall asleep because I was working 60-hour work weeks because I was busting my ass to keep my apartment. I was making shitty money back then too. Had no credit to my name. I was biking everywhere. I would literally wake up at 4:30, 4:40, get ready for work, head to work, start at like clock in at like 4:53. Like, cause we had like a weird 7-minute rule where it's like you cannot clock in 7 minutes more than 7 minutes before your shift and 7 minutes after your shift. So I'd clock in at 4:53 every morning. And I would work all the way to 3:30, clock out, go home. I would shower. I would go do a quick little moving furniture because I used to do move furniture for a living. That was fun. I actually really enjoyed that. I would go deliver like a piece of furniture. I'd collect my money there. I would run off to McDonald's for like 2 of the weeks I first met her because I was putting my 2 week notice in there. And I would work at McDonald's from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. Run home, shower, and then maybe go to her house. So I was working 3 jobs at one moment for like 2 weeks. It was more like a week and a half. And then after I quit then, I just kind of became like a hustler. I was always just chasing a dime, I guess, like 60-hour work weeks and shit. And I don't know. And in a way, like, it kind of helped me build who I am because I busted my ass so I can chill now. But like I was saying, man, like, I think I was just investing too much time in my hobbies and not enough time into her. And my gut is very gassy. Oh, my God. Like, I feel like I got to, like, fart, but I'm scared if I do, I'm going to shit my pants. A little life lesson for you guys out there. I don't even know what the fuck I talked about on this podcast. My instructors, which a lot of people from my school, if they know, they know. If they don't, they don't. And you're stupid. Oh, my God. God damn. They found out about my podcast. I told one of my instructors, he came in like very late into the teaching year, I should say. And, god damn, my phone's blowing up right now. I came in really late to the year, but as soon as he came in, I fucking just respected the shit out of this dude. Like, I don't know what it was, like in a very friendly way, like nothing weird attached. I think it was his attitude. I think it was his attitude coming into the job that made me really respect him. I don't know what it was. And I told him when I was doing something, I was like, yeah, I got a podcast. I think I'm pretty funny. He goes, well, I don't think you're funny. And then he goes, wait, you got a podcast? I told him what it was and stuff. And so maybe they're out there listening to this, laughing about how shitty it is. But I don't care. And if they are listening to this, just know I'm always thankful for what you guys did. I desperately got to take a shit, but I'm not even at 30 minutes. Oh, my God. Damn it, dude. Ugh. Struggle. I got to take my sweater off, dude. I'm busting a sweat right now. Ugh. Oh, I don't know if you guys heard that, but that was my gut rumbling, dude. Oh, my God. I've just been eating so much protein. It's kind of like fucking me a little bit. Like, I can't tell you. Like, last night I rolled over and, like, in the middle of the night, like, at 2:30, and I was like, oh, God. Oh, fuck. And I just, like, rolled out of my fucking bed. And, of course, doing the kid thing I was, like, halfway pulling my underwear down. And I was like, oh, shit. Like, what am I going to do? So I, like, did that Patrick run back to my bed to grab my phone so I could be somewhat entertained while I blew the fucking toilet up for 30 minutes. I was like, oh, my God, I'm going to die here because that's how bad it was. Like, I'm fighting it back right now. I don't know if you guys can hear the tension in my voice. Another note, I broke my headset. I'm out of ideas, man. Like, I gotta shit so bad. Oh my god. Oh, you know what? I was talking about movies earlier, and I'm looking at another topic. I'm so tired of movies taking places in cities. They should start taking places like in the middle of buttfuck nowhere, like in the mountains of California. Never eat saw. California is west, isn't it? If you're looking at the map of the United States, like on a wall, right? Oh my god, I'm gonna shit my pants. On a wall. I should just take you guys with me. I'm gonna lean in close here. I'm gonna get serious. If you're looking at a map on a wall, right? And you look to the west, that's California, isn't it? I'm pulling up a fucking picture. I don't know how I passed that one class where you gotta know where the continents and shit are at. U.S. map. Hey, I was right. It's Cali. Oh my god, no, I don't want to buy this on Amazon. Oh. They want $30 for a map that looks like something I can draw? That's wild to me. Is this going to like a good cause? You know, if I only buy things nowadays, like if it's going to a good cause. And like, I'm no hero. But like the Girl Scout cookies, I won't lie. Those little girls, they were so sweet. And she was home like, she's like, sir, do you want to buy some cookies? And I was going to be like, nah, I'm good. But then, like, she goes, are you sure it's for our fundraiser? And I'm like, well, damn. It's cold out here. I'm cold. You're cold. I'll buy 2 boxes. I bought 2 boxes of Girl Scout cookies. Oh, my God. Oh, I can't fart. I'm going to shit my pants. I'm just going to finish the story. So I went over. I bought 2 boxes. And I'm like, do you guys have 2 mints? She goes, no, we don't. We only have 1 box of mint. And I'm just like, oh, it's the only cookie I like. And so I had to buy like a box of coconut, and I gave the box of coconut away to an older dude. And I have currently half a box of mint sitting on my countertop. So I respect that. I respect the hustle, man. It was cold out there. I was freezing. And so I was like, all right, I'll go buy 2 cookies. But I was at first very confused on why they just had the truck running behind them, but it turns out that the mom had a baby, and so the baby was in the car with the dad, because it was warmer inside the car, which I don't know why the dad just wouldn't stay home, but I'm assuming he was probably just the muscle behind it. But yeah, support your local Girl Scout cookies. Like, I don't have anyone I know that's in the Girl Scouts, but that shit goes to their camping, I'm assuming. So always support them. It's support the kids. Support and protect the kids. That's all fucking matters. I'm going to lose my mind right now. I'm going to go take a dump, and I will for sure push out another podcast here in a few days. Look out for it probably Wednesday. I do apologize that this podcast kind of got a little scattered at the end. Like you could tell, I'm clearly fighting off a fat shit. So with that being said, once again, thank you for the support on this podcast. I'm sorry it wasn't long. And look forward to one with maybe Braden on Wednesday. And other than that, go fuck yourselves.